Hi, Courtney. Hi, guys. Hi, Hempire. I think people are hopping on. It's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have some amazing shares today, some guests, Courtney, Samantha, Candy, and Connie. So we have we're going to get some amazing content, some fresh new ideas for how to grow your Hempire business. Can we do some sound checks? Courtney, are you there? You're going to be first. Courtney, can anyone hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I cannot hear you, Elaine. I'm trying to.
You cannot hear me.
Okay, now I can.
Okay, yay.
You. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So okay. Let's see, it's 1 o'clock. So that was Connie. Connie, you said you can hear me?
I can hear you now, yes.
Okay, Courtney, are you in? You're good?
Can you see me?
We can't see you. So there's a little button that says video in that bottom left corner. Or are you on your phone?
Yeah, I got it now.
Oh, there you are. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're going to get started. I'm sure Samantha and Candy will pop on. A lot of you guys are going to be seeing the recording, so that's awesome. Whether you're here live or catching the recording, that is great. It shows your commitment. We have some amazing ladies that are going to share today, about 30 to 40 minutes, and then we will be off. So Courtney, take it away.
Okay,
one other logistic, people that are on live, can you guys in the bottom left-hand corner mute out if it's not your turn so we don't have background noise. Perfect.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, my name is Courtney, and I've been a part of HempWorks for 4 months now, and it was absolutely an amazing decision. And I hope since you're watching this, you are eager to learn and eager to hear some of the tips that we have for you. I'm really excited to be a part of the team with all of y'all are just amazing leaders and friends, and we're all about the same purpose here. And I think it's a great connection of like-minded people. And so let's talk to you a little bit today. Really, it all starts with your mindset and positive thinking. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. So when you're joining something like this and you know you're ready, you're gung-ho, ready to start your business, you have got to have the right mindset where you are thinking clearly, you are thinking positively, and you have your mindset on I'm going to win. I'm going to build this business. I'm not going to stop, and this is what I'm going to do. And the way you can kind of do that is you've got to realize your purpose of why you even did it. Why were you attracted to HempWorks? What was it about the product or the opportunity that drew you in? And what is it that's going to keep you going consistently with this? So when we talk about purpose and the reason to do HempWorks, it's got to be something pretty deep, because I tell you what, through all the trainings you've probably heard, people are going to tell you no. And no comes in a lot of different shapes and fashions. One of the biggest ways that you get told no is maybe they don't respond to you. So you've messaged someone or you've posted on Facebook and you've got like 2 or 3 likes and you're thinking, no one even cares, like watching, things like that. So you start building this internal negativity that will shift you where you feel like you're a failure. So your mindset has got to be free of fear. You've got to completely be free of any type of fear that of failing or being rejected. And you've got to say yes to the opportunity every single day. You've got to wake up and say, I'm a winner. I'm going to do this. I'm going to push forward, and I'm going to build a business. So, and everybody's business is going to be built at different times and different different speeds. You see some people going faster than others. So what is it that sets apart, those people? And you cannot compare yourself with other people. You need to do the things that you know to do and that we're teaching you, and duplicate that over and over. So here's some things that you can write down to help organize your purpose and what you want to do. I like to say, make a list. So you think about the things in your life that you really don't want anymore. So you draw a T and you say, on the left side, this is stuff I don't want. Like, I do not want this in my life. This is burdening me down. You know, I have debt. I don't have freedom. I'm not able to, you know, take care of my kids the way I want. I remember sitting here 2 months into Hempworks, working 50 hours a week or more at my desk, and I was missing out. I was missing out on my little 6-month baby. She was about to start, you know, she needs to be fed. She's going to start crawling. She's going to be experiencing all these things. And, you know, that's what it is for me. And I said no to that job anymore, and I'm all in for Hempworks. So you've got to find that tugs at your heartstring that you don't want in your life anymore. I didn't want to be tied to a desk anymore. I wanted the freedom and the financial ability to be with my kids. So, and that is what's going to shift your mindset. Now, on the left side, you've got all these things you don't want. On the right side, write down everything you do want in life. What is it you want to experience? Maybe you want to change your conditions. Maybe you want to pay off some debt. Maybe you want peace. You just want that internal peace that, now I've got my bills paid. What is going to be that driving focus for you? So that's something I would encourage you just to self-reflect and find out what it is that's going to push you daily to push past the no's. Because I see people that are a business and they do one post and they think it's going to soar after that. It's not just one post. It is daily, daily, daily. And let me tell you something really encouraging, that after 3 months, 4 months, people are watching you. They are watching you, and they will come back to you. So that's going to lead into the next thing that I'll talk about, is a little bit of branding and just being that CBD person. Who in your area is going to rise up to be, hey, I'm looking for CBD oil, and then they tag you, boom. They know you're the person that has CBD oil. So who is the person that's interested in helping people with their health? Are people coming to you? Are you branding yourself as the person that says, you know, I'm interested in helping other people out there feel better, look better. I'm helping people make money. People are looking for solutions. So you've got to brand yourself as that type of person. So here's a couple of tips for branding going into my next point. And, you know, we all do this differently because some of us have a bigger Facebook following. Some of us have Twitter. You know, I don't have Twitter, LinkedIn, or any of those sorts of things. That is something I'm going to expand into for my business. But those are things to think about. So some of the first things that I started changing when I joined Hempworks was I changed my profile picture. I made sure it was a nice picture of me. Everybody knows that's what I look like. This is a trustworthy person you want to join because they buy you. I made sure that when I'm posting throughout the day, that I'm posting positive things. You know, I'm posting things that are important. I'm posting things that are going to draw people into me, and I'm not posting things about drama, things that are going to cause, you know, too much conflict out there, just dramatic things. But you want to be posting things that align with the goals of Hempworks, which is getting people healthy, which is helping people with an opportunity. Those are the things we want to draw people in with. Some of the things when you're posting is sharing. So let's talk about sharing your story and sharing what it means to be a Hempworks person that is branded. So you personally want to have a testimony that people are going to say, oh, wow, I can't believe that helped your migraines, you know? And so you're going to have a story. You might have a story with your children. We've done stories where my daughter's wasting was, you know, cleared up within 30 minutes of, you know, her with the CBD oil. So sharing stories and sharing the income story as well. You need to let people know that, you know, this let me buy groceries this week by being a part of Hempworks. I'm so glad I said yes. Make it personal. Share those stories in person and on Facebook, and, you know, reach out to people. If you see someone that's on Facebook, and everybody puts their stuff out there, right, that they're hurting, or their back pain, or their child is having seizures, or their child, you know, ADHD or medications, they started this prescription, you know, take that moment as a cue that those people need to go on your list and reach out to them and say, you know what, I noticed you mentioned that, you know, your child was having seizures, or I noticed that this was going on in your life, and I wanted to be a help to you. Have you thought about CBD oil? So when you're doing that and you're posting and then you're messaging people and reaching out, do an open-ended question, look for feedback, and ask them and get invested in their life and find a way to help them. That's what this is about. When you get personal and invest that time with people, that's part of my next point is, just be real with people and be organized with helping them, draw them in, and find out what they need. What are their needs? Because guess what? People are in it for themselves. What is this going to do for me? What is HempWorks going to do for me? They need to be educated what CBD oil is, first of all, and that's a part of our job. And then the second part is, what's it going to do to help them? And that they need to know that when I take this oil, this is what it's going to help me do, okay? So there's going to be an investment and a trade-off in value for the price they're going to pay for that. And then they're going to be a returning customer. And that's when we're going to start building more affiliates and always saying at the very beginning, did you know there's a business? Is there something I can help you with financially? This business is going nuts. Is this something you think you would want to put in your life? And then you share your story of how easily you fit into your life. So those are just some of the tips for me. Just being positive, having that mindset, letting feedback wherever you go, be attractive in that. With your posting and your sharing and educating everyone, drawing them in, investing in them, giving them your time. Be bold, be brave. Do not fear that this business will not work for you. The only reason it will not work is if you quit. And if you think about 1 year from now where you will be, Sealy, our upline, I talked to her a couple of weeks ago and found out some information from her. She's a 250K affiliate. She did that in a year. 1 year, she became a 250K affiliate. Now, if that doesn't light you up and make you excited, I don't know what will, because I know I've joined HempWorks. You're a part of HempWorks for a reason. And if you stick with it and, push away all of these fears, the no's, and you put in that daily grind that we're teaching you, you will be champion with this and you will excel and get where you want to go. So we're so glad you're part of it, and thanks for having me on it too. Okay, Elaine?
So powerful, Courtney. Great job. I was taking notes. So many golden nuggets there. Awesome. Okay, let's jump into Connie. Connie, and just a reminder, everyone else, if you're not sharing, please mute out so that we have no background noise. So Connie, you're up.
Okay. Okay, can you see me? Okay. I have notes. I'm probably the only one with notes because I don't do lives and it makes me nervous to not have notes. So I'm Connie. I've been with HempWorks since June. And I'm honored that y'all asked me to speak because I'm not one of the big dogs like Elaine and Courtney and Chris and all that and all those guys. I'm still working my way up to 5K, which is exciting. And congratulations, by the way, Candy Cannon. I see you just made 10K affiliate. So congratulations to you. Anyway, some of my best tips, some of the things that I want to talk about. Don't wait. I see a lot of people, they join and they just haven't done anything yet. They haven't shared their link. They don't know what their pre-enroll link is yet. Get to know what those, that is. That's really important. You've got to start sharing your link in your stories right away. And if you don't have business cards, that's another big thing that I think is important to have. And you could get those in the back office. They have business cards there. There's other places you can get them. You can, kind of price compare. I don't know if you guys can see. I can't see myself, Elaine. Are you?
We see your photo, which is great. If you
see my photo, you can't see me live? Okay.
No, if you want to try to go to.
I don't know how to do that. Well, that's
You're fine. No, it's like we're looking at you. It's a beautiful photo.
Okay, sorry.
No.
Anyway, okay, just want to make sure. Usually I use my phone, but I'm on my iPad. So another thing that's really important is if you're just starting out or you've been here for a couple months, is stay on top of the business training group. That's going to be where you'll find all your most up-to-date training videos and information. Like this video here, for instance, we've got some great tips all the time. Elaine and Chris are always uploading links with the best training videos. So you need to check in with that daily. I check in with that a few times a day so I can stay on top of what's going on with the training and with the team and everything. And look at what the top earners are doing. And what are they posting? What are they sharing on their profiles? Maybe you want to not imitate them, but you definitely want to be yourself, be unique, but look at what they're doing and try to do some of that too. They're successful for a reason. And a lot of their things they post and the way they share about their lives and their journeys is important. I was going to show a picture of my car magnet, but I guess I'm not going to. Car magnets are great. You can get the smaller ones for the rear of your car. You can get some larger ones for the sides, and I know you can buy those in the Hempark's back office, in the My Daily Choice back office, and you can price compare. I use Vistaprint, which I'll share that link later. You can get large magnets for $25 to $40, which I think is a really great deal, and you can just personalize it any way you like. Couple more points. Grow your team. Keep sharing your pre-enroll link. The more people you have on your team, the more successful you're going to be, and the more you're going to want to keep moving along. So, and Chris touched on that last time. He's told me, it's really just a numbers game. So the more people you have on your team, the more successful you're going to be. And I hear a lot of people say CBD sells itself. Well, yes and no. You have to show up and educate, inspire people, inspire others to try it. If it sold itself, we wouldn't need all these affiliates, folks would just be doing it on their own. So yes, we have to sell it. And Courtney just touched on this, selling yourself. If I see a lot of people's profile pictures of their dog and their kids, which is great, but you love your dog and your kids, but you're going to want to put a nice photo of yourself as your profile. So when people, they want to do business with you, they don't want to do business with your dog. So I think that's a good thing, nice clear picture of yourself. And then one last thing I wanted to talk about is attraction marketing. And that's something a lot of people haven't heard of. I hadn't heard of it until a few months ago. Attraction marketing. Go to YouTube if you don't know what it is, or just Google it. It's another way of marketing yourself, selling. A lot of people that are in direct sales use attraction marketing, which basically is branding yourself, which Courtney just touched on. You're branding yourself, not just a product or your business. So when you're sharing things on your Facebook and Instagram, and you're sharing things of value, you're being a teacher. So chances are, if you came to sell CBD, you're in the natural health world. You use herbs at home. You use organic foods. You're on the path already. Share things other than just product. Like these are some of the things we do at home. Be a teacher. Be sharing things of value in the natural health world. Be that person that people are going to turn to for natural health, for CBD when they're ready to try CBD. Boom, I know Connie's an herbalist. I know she's into the natural health. Boom, I know Elaine is, in anti-vaccines and into all things natural. I'm gonna go to her for when I'm ready to buy my CBD. So definitely look into attraction marketing. And one last little point, because I think I'm going long here, is using Pinterest. And most everyone has a Pinterest account, but that's really great for growing your business. Now that's something it's going to be next on my list to get my Pinterest account back up and running. You can create wonderful graphics. You can create your own content to get more visibility. So that's a great platform as well to use for your business, other than just what you've been doing to get more visibility. So back to you, Elaine.
Love it, Connie. Great tips. Awesome. And you are hitting 5K this month. Are you on track?
I'm on track. I'm gonna start pushing really hard. So for the end of the month.
Yeah, you can totally do it. I just heard if you're 5K or above, you're in the top 1% of HempWorks. Like, think about it, you guys. We are the trailblazers. This is a new company. Like, think of the network marketing companies that are 10, 15 years old. They're saturated. People are already in. Like, we are that first group of people. Whether you just started today or you're already a 5K or a 10K, you're in the right place. Okay, perfect, Connie. Thank you. So Samantha, you are up. Introduce yourself and give us your share.
Hi, my name is Samantha Martinson. I just started about 3 months ago in June. Actually, today's my 3-month anniversary with Hempworks, so that's really exciting. And I was with another company before, and I did somewhat all right. But these are some of my like tips, I guess, as far as social media goes. I know Courtney and Connie did touch on a few things. I wanted to talk about social media posting times. I have found, and there's a whole algorithm that goes on with Facebook, at least. In the morning, around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, people usually check on real quick when they get to work or if they're home, especially moms, stay-at-home moms. At noon, I know that people are at lunch break. If they're on their lunch, they're at lunch looking through Facebook around that time of day. And then, of course, in the evening, I try to post somewhere between like 6 and 8. And sometimes even 9, because then people, depending on what their work schedule is, they might be coming home later. And then I know great times to post are Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Fridays, people usually get ready for the weekend. They're ready going out after work. On Saturdays, they spend time with their families, which are great times to post things like lifestyle type of posts as well. As far as liking and commenting on your friends and other team members, their posts as well. But as far as engaging with your network on Facebook, I guess I wouldn't say, I don't do a lot of Instagram, so as this is just Facebook based. But I've noticed, of course, with the algorithms, if I'm liking, commenting, I will see them pop back into my feed that I haven't seen in like years. So I've gone through my friends list from the bottom up and start engaging with them. And I know that helps. And also because people, again, like Connie and Courtney have said, like, people buy you. Of course, you've got a great product, but they're buying you. And so they want to feel that they are connected to you somehow. I always try to get out and connect with, back in the day, like I've heard of like belly to belly. So basically like real time with people. If you're at pickup, you get to meet people. And people, when they see your enthusiasm, they hear your enthusiasm about what's going on, they want to know more, which is another reason why lives are really great to do, which I don't do them much, but I'm trying to. And I know that there's some great, Elaine that posts great posts, and Courtney and Chris, and Candy. I've been following your guys' posts, and I try to recreate what you guys say, certain things, because I'm so bad at verbalizing sometimes. I've told Elaine this, but it's great when you kind of create your own, if you find a good post that like inspires you, kind of recreate it. Sometimes I just copy it, which I probably shouldn't do. But and then as far as connecting with other people, following up usually 24 to 48 hours, which I like to do after they've seen some information or if they placed in the group. And then I usually wait around a week, so 24 or 48 hours, and then a week I follow up again. And what is it, I forgot what it is, like 12, what is it, 6 to 12 reach outs until somebody decides to join you. So I think that's kind of it. That's all I got.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Samantha. Let's see. Is Candy on?
I am.
Oh, there she is. Okay, perfect. First of all, congrats, Candy. Like, we all want to know, 10K is huge. Tell us a little bit about yourself and some of the tips and strategies that you've used to your success for 10K.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. I've already learned a couple really great things from Samantha and from Connie. I may duplicate a couple of things that they said because I think these points are really important. But basically, I'm a massage therapist. I'm a mom of 3 kids. I live in South Carolina. I found CBD because my kids have a lot of health issues. I have had some issues, nothing necessarily diagnosed for myself, but with my kids. My oldest daughter has high functioning autism. And all the research that I've done, I've learned how important CBD can be. A good quality CBD oil can be amazing for different conditions like that. So to get into the 5 things that I think, and I don't necessarily think these are in any certain order, these are just some things that I think are important. You know, number 1, I think it's important every day to spend some time in personal development. For me, that looks like listening to motivational speakers. I think I'm a really strong auditory learner, so I like to listen to webinars and videos and, you know, anything, books on tape, anything like that. So whatever that looks like for you, where you feel like you're pouring into yourself, even if it's yoga or, you know, meditative prayer, whatever that is. But I feel like it, you know, we only have as much to give as we have to give. So if you haven't built on yourself, then you don't have, you know, you're pouring from an empty cup essentially. So number 1, I think, is daily self-improvement, every day doing that. Number 2, I would say I don't think, I try very hard not to ever badmouth another CBD oil company. First of all, the honest truth is I don't know anything about any other CBD oil company. Hempworks is my only experience, but I think it's just good business to not do that. I think when I'm asked, I know that when I'm asked, what do I think of a certain company? My typical answer is, I honestly don't know about that company, but I'd like to share with you what I love about Hempworks. Something like that. Number 3, I think it's really important that we utilize these customer groups that are put in place for us. The Hempworks Activate Your Health is an amazing group. People are constantly putting really good content in there. I think it's super easy to just ask your customer, hey, we have a couple customer groups. Would you mind me adding you to that? This way, this is constantly popping up in their newsfeed, whether I'm posting personally that particular day or that particular time of day on Hempworks, they're still getting it in their newsfeed. I also feel like here in South Carolina specifically, I feel like there are a lot of people that I come in contact with that maybe are still real uncertain about the whole CBD world. They don't necessarily want to ask somebody on their Facebook wall or out in public, you know, tell me about this CBD oil, but in a closed group, they're a lot more likely to say, now, how do I take this and how could it help with this or that condition? So I really think the Facebook groups are critical. I also really think it's important that when you get to a certain level, considering making your own, which I've done, that's worked out really well for myself and my team. We add potential customers, people that we're working with, people we want to work with, things like that. I also believe, going along with the groups, it's important that we all be posting in there. I think sometimes and I'm guilty of this too, you know, just not adding as much content as we are getting from the groups. I think it's really important that we add to the group. I think that puts you in a position of, you know, someone who maybe is a leader or someone that can be looked at as someone who has some knowledge and, you know, someone that someone could reach out to and ask more questions about. So that's important. As much as adding your clients or your potential customers, you know, definitely post in there as well, share things. Number 4 I have is, you know, growing your network. I think that's probably one thing I get a lot from people in my team is, you know, I've kind of run out of everybody that I know. Where do I go from here? And some ideas that I have are, you know, join different groups in your community. There are tons of, even in the little town that I live in, there are tons of networking groups. You know, ladies get together for tea once a month, and, you know, you just look and they're out there. Really, Facebook is a wealth of information for that. You can find any kind of group for any kind of anything on Facebook. So join groups, be authentic, find things that are interesting to you. You have a child on the autism spectrum, join the autistic parents group, join, you know, things that actually interest you where you maybe could bring value and make some real connections. Another thing I really love is Meetup. I don't know if you guys have ever had any experience with Meetup. It's an app that you can download, and there are tons of meetups happening every day, every minute of every day. They have meetups for pet lovers, hiking, wine tasting, pretty much anything you can think, they're meeting about it. There's moon groups on the full moon and the new moon. Really, it's crazy. So for people to say, I mean, I think, you know, you can take, am I still there? Did we lose connection? Am I still there?
Nope, you're good, Candy. Keep going.
Okay.
It's great.
I was just going to say, you know, when we, you know, people say, I think 10 years ago when someone said, oh, well, you know, how do I meet new people? It maybe was a whole other thing. But today it's really easy to get out there and meet more people and really expand your network. So that's the other one. And then my number 5, which maybe could easily be my number 1 or number 2, is, just the follow-up. I feel like so much of the sale is in the follow-up. You really have got to connect back with your customers. What I do is after they've placed an order, I send an initial message. Hey, I saw you placed an order on my site. Thank you so much for that. If you have any questions in the meantime until your order arrives, don't hesitate to reach out. But then I also make sure to let them know as soon as their order arrives to let me know so that I can go over how best to take it and answer any questions they might have. I also will typically, after they've started the oil, I will follow back up with them again in about 48 hours to see how the first 48 hours have gone. Any detox symptoms, things like that. I think that's really, because I feel like right in those early days, that's where you either make or break your sale. Because either it's not working at all, I didn't notice anything, I'm not going to take it, or it gave me a headache and I don't like how I felt, I'm not going to take it. And both of those are easily remedied if just have a conversation with them. So I think it's really important to check back in 48 hours. And then from there, I pretty much tell them, if you have any questions beyond that, let me know and check in with me or whatever, because it is getting harder. I'm noticing the more people I have under me and the more people they have under them, it is hard to reach out to every single person, but I do try my best to get in touch at least in the first 48 hours once they've got their product. So I was going to say something. I think Connie mentioned this already about your Facebook profile. I think that's a really, really important point. Our Facebook profile is often the first representation that people have of us. So it needs to be a good one. It should be us. It should be solely you, without your dog, without your husband, without your kids. A good picture. And it's not that hard today. You can get an iPhone and go take a good picture, upload it, get it on your Facebook, because then people want to reach out to you. They know who they're dealing with. So I think that's pretty much it, what I had. Back to you.
Such great shares, you guys. Oh my goodness, so many great things. So thank you to Courtney and Candy and Samantha and Connie. You guys were great. Chris, is there anything you want to chime in at the end? Any last tips or feedback?
Can we hear me now? I unmuted myself there. Yeah, I thought there was just some amazing tips that were shared, and a lot of it, I guess I wrote down a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm still learning from everybody here. Like, I wrote down a good 10 things that I took away from this, but one of the big ones, I think, and it was mentioned a few different ways, but I think it all ties in together, is checking in with your customers. Not only because, they're somebody that you're going to look for repeat business, but I think, was it Courtney who mentioned it, that they might not know that there's even a business opportunity. They just came on, I'm interested in CBD for myself or for my child, so I ordered as a customer, but they have no idea that there was this business opportunity. And if it's helping them, if it's helping their child, they're probably really likely to want to be part of that opportunity, and they're going to be really motivated to become a quality affiliate because they've seen the benefit of that product. So I think, reaching out to them and just letting them know about the business is absolutely imperative and a great tip. And even if they're not, just following up with your customer, because if you have a lot of customers, those reorders are still volume that you're going to see, especially in your binary. I don't know. That was the big one that I really took away from it. I don't know. What do you think, Elaine?
No, I think they're all great tips. One thing that I forgot to mention last week when I was sharing is the fact that you want to be coachable. Like, you don't want to come into a business like this and think you know it all and you're going to use your system and do your way. Like, you should be learning from people above you, below you, to the side of you. Just always be open-minded. Think about people who you want to attract. What qualities do you want to see in them? You want them to be open-minded, coachable, can get answers for themselves, aren't super needy. But so you yourself want to be coachable and looking to people above you because success does leave clues. And if people are finding success in this business, you want to be doing the things that they do. So be coachable and don't come set in your ways. Other than that was what I wanted to say. But I mean, gosh, such good shares. And just, you guys, we want more people to be stepping up, just like Samantha and Connie and Courtney, like Chris and I and these people on here today, we're not the people. Anyone can do what we do. We want other people to be sharing their successes. So if you have something to share, please message us and get in touch with us, because we are not the leaders. This is a team. We are the Hempire. We are one team. We all support each other. You want to attract other leaders, and to do that, you need to be a leader and step up. Even if you don't feel ready, even if you're shaking while you're sharing, it takes stepping up into leadership and doing things that are uncomfortable to get better. Because I promise you, 3 years ago, I was just that. I was shaking. I was fumbling on my words, and you get better as you go. So if you have interest in being one of these shares, it sounds like we're doing a pretty consistent Friday kind of business group share. Get in touch with us. We would love for you to have 5 minutes to talk about your story and share your successes. Anything else to anyone on?
I just wanted to say one last thing. A quote that stuck with me a long time ago. It was about a band, but it was it could apply to anything really. Even an overnight success takes 10 years. So I don't think it's going to take 10 years with this industry, but it just goes to show you it doesn't happen overnight. So put the time and the effort in to be successful. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. I don't think it's going to take 10 years with this industry. That's just, a saying that I love. So I always keep that in the back of my mind. So just keep plugging away and you'll get there.
That was a perfect end, Connie. Loved it. All right. On that note, you guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll keep you posted about next Friday's meeting. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.